Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to Mystic Moons. Mystic Moons is on investigatory, a hunt for the truth. With the help of the spirits in your energy and my energy, we're going to ask some questions. Lots of things have been happening. Too strange, too strange. A lot of kinky things, weird things, sad things. One thing we all know about is Pope Francis has left this reality, has left his body and gone someplace else. Now, we all know that we have to die at some point, but the circumstances surrounding deaths are something that we have to ask the spirits. Was this the timing? And why was this the timing? Was this a natural timing? And why? Why? So, Mystic Moon listeners, I want you to sit in a comfy chair, relax, inhale, exhale, exercise your vagus muscle, your nervous system, and think about things as they are portrayed to us by a host of factors and things that feel strange in our guts. And if we think about Pope Francis, now he was the Black Pope, a Jesuit Pope, the first. He was a pope that stood briefly side by side with Pope Benedict. Now, it's all very strange that he passed within 24 hours of meeting J.D. Vance, right? 24 hours of meeting J.D. Vance. Now, that is a little strange. You know why it's a little strange? Things happen all the time, things that are beyond our control. But we do know there is a set of people that are very much into following the script. You go, what's the script? Well, every single prophecy is a script. You may choose to follow or not to follow. And there is one script that says, the last pope, bringing on a horde of bad tidings. Now, we do know that red hat worn by MAGA, President Trump, is part of the red hat Hopi prophecy. You can go look it up yourself. But basically, it's a time of turmoil. It's a time of strife. It's a time of wars coming from the east and the west, both sides of the continent, the Hopi prophecy. And we also know there are other prophecies about the last pope. And then Pope Francis wasn't without controversy himself. But however, we're not going to go into that right away. We're going to think about the fact that he passed. He passed within a day of meeting J.D. Vance. I'm not suggesting anything. I just think it's rather strange. Let's see if it was just a coincidence. And he said he passed away from heart attack, from stroke. All right. But he certainly had plenty of energy. I mean, if you're 88 years old, he had an incredible schedule. He could have been pumped up on amphetamines. He could have. But it seems a little strange, doesn't it? And then the fact of, what was those facial marks? Those facial bruises. Now, if you die of a heart attack, and he was wheelchair bound, so, falling, they would have said falling, but they said stroke. Now, when does a stroke mark half your face in a bruise? I'm not an expert, of course, on stroke victims. But for bruises are usually inflicted by force. You bump into something or something bumps into you. right? Something bumps into you. So let's see. It just sounds very, very, very formula. There's something about it that seems strange. Doesn't it seem strange to you? Hello? Yeah, Mom, how are you? Again, what do you think about Pope Francis' demise? After meeting, and then after a diplomatic meeting, and then having that huge bruise on his side of his face, right? That's kind of strange. I mean, if he had said he fell down, okay. If he said he knocked something on himself, okay. You know? But they said he died of heart attack and stroke. And then the point of the matter is, here is a world famous person, and he's being gazed upon for the last time on the surface of the earth. Why didn't they fix his makeup? I mean, the undertakers know their job. They know how to make people, cadavers, dead people look good. And then they had the Pope's body. But no, they wanted you and I to see his bruise. His bruise. It's very, very strange. Now, what again? They're telling us something. Let's find out. Let's contact the spirits. So let's relax. Put on your psychic caps and tell me, what do your spirits, what do my spirits, what does all the unseen elements, beings in the world, our three-dimensional world, four-dimensional world say? Now, let's see. Let's just take it easy first before let's just start cutting into this strange mystery. What are they telling us with the meeting of the Vice President, J.D. Vance, and the bruises on his face? Now, you would have to be socked pretty damn hard to get a bruise on your face as such, right? And then you just don't get bruises like that. Okay, you could have said he fell down. They want us to feel this way. And then, too, for an administration and entities that follow prophecies, scripts. Now, the scripts are out there, the prophecies are out there, so you can make the changes. But when you start following the changes, well, the first thing we have again, the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's playing us. Somebody's working that scene, working that script, following the cards. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. So much and yet so much to do, right? So much and so much to do. There's so much to do, and it could be in such little time. Who knows? Somebody has an agenda. The King of Cups. The King of Cups, the all-flowing manna of life, of giving, of love, the water element, the nurturing, the King of Cups. Now, somebody wants to be in control over what we see and do. Somebody wants to have absolute control over us, the masses, the citizens of all countries. Even this shell kind of looks like something the popes wear, right? Almost. Excuse me. The next thing we get is the Nine of Wands. Look at that. Yes, this message from the King of Cups. The King of Cups. It's spreading something negative. Something negative. Something they don't want you to escape from. Strength. The Strength card. Could this be the strength of the opposition? The tug of war to prove to people that this is how it's going to be. Don't think. I'll tell you what to think. Don't have independent thoughts. No, the script is there, working. Any opposition, anything but a joke. There's many jokes around, such as I wouldn't want J.D. Vance to pray for me. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger. They have two opposing sides of information. Now let's check out this King of Cups. Since it's already aspected with the Nine of Wands. Now, let's see. The King of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Two opposites in a way. However, maybe not. Let's see. King of Wands. All right. Okay. King of Wands. What is this message? This message, the Nine of Wands. The King of Cups, rather. And the Nine of Wands. Okay. Let's take this. Now, I find that coincidences, there's no such thing as coincidence. Things happen for a reason, right? A reason. Now look at this. And we have the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands, something they're looking out. Could this be something else is going to happen? Something is just like a domino effect. You already had Spain and Portugal getting a blackout, right? And some other countries too. Cities in other countries. The grid is crumbling. Could be to like prove a point. And then here we have the Hierophant. This could be the prophecies in themselves. Somebody is insanely following prophecies because why not? It's easy, it's written out, and they can have a lot of people to believe they have no choice. They have no meaning. They just have to follow and await more calamities, await more ill. Yes, it could have been after the Pope. The Pope did release, what was it, the 5 doors, the 5 gates? What do they call it? The 5 portals, yes. The 5 portals of, which we all know by now, came out to the sigil of Lucifer. Very strange, very strange. And you see that, the outfits they wear? Come on. In the United States, we make fun of people, men in dresses. However, in the Vatican, the size of Central Park, where men are only men, they wear dresses. No, I'm not saying anything. I could care less if you wear pants or a dress or both. The point is, we're being shown something, and we cannot let anything go unquestioned. And then again, we have a Chariot. Well, it seems as though events are going to be moving very fast. Very fast. And that is essentially what this King of Cups and the Nine of Swords is. Something is happening very, 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 very fast. We can hardly catch our breath. Fast. And are we prepared? Our food, our war, our wars, our sensibilities. Are we looking to a leader? Or are we feeling at ourselves? Are we looking to a leader who cannot lead us? All over the world, we're asking our governments. We're looking for something higher. I personally I have experience in Catholic school, okay? However, those outfits of the Pope's funeral gave me a little tingle. You understand what I'm saying? Tingle on my spine. Big black hoods, dresses, Inverted crosses? Come on. Come on. I think it's weird. Don't you think it's weird? Yes. Hello. Yes. To those who are joining, yes, it's weird. Don't you feel the weirdness? There's something going on. Something that's beginning to crack, beginning to just reveal itself. Now, this strength card, this is the battle we're in right now. Do you believe your guts, your innards, your sensibilities, your own reasoning, or are you going to believe a story fed like circus animals? No. The Pope's death was quite strange. The untimely 24 hours. I mean, the man went all over Rome. Did he not? It was him. Did he not do that? And then, all right, so let's say he had a heart attack from exertion and stroke. But did he get that? How did he get that bruise? It's not even explained to us. Like, you don't need to know. Was his time up? Was his time up? Did they say, okay, Pope Francis, you already did enough. Enough. Go off the world stage. Sounds kind of strange. Sounds very, 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 very strange. Let's just see what kind of strength we have. We have to look for something. Something. There's a message in this. And I'm asking the spirits. The forces of life, to show us what this message is. What this strength, what are we being asked? What are we to gather, to fathom from the timing? Excuse me. The timing and the facial bruises. Okay? Let's see. Let's take this one, and this one. Okay, this one. And one more. All right, we'll take this card. This one, let's see, I think so. Actually, I'm going to take this one here, and put the other one behind it. All right? Just wanting to stick together. Now, let's just see what our strength lies. All right? This is a quick one. Now, what kind of strength? Again, we can patience. We could be patient, or our strength lies in the truth will be revealed. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Somebody's going to come out. The message, it's more internal. It's more something we feel, but most of us dare not ask. Something we feel, the message. And then we have friends. We have the Six of Swords. We have a lot of swords, which means it is going to be hastened. Other people will not be silent. We cannot be silent because the prophecies, we won't let them be played out. Why? Do you think a few people can play out the prophecies? If we allow ourselves to be blindly led, yes. And here we have an inverted Three of Cups. Unhappy news is coming. Unhappy. People are joined together for unholy reasons. That is the strength. The strength is people are going to gather for a meeting, and some have ill intentions. But if humanity can pull it together, if humanity can cease to, in other words, just turn it off. If humanity can get it together, we have a good chance of avoiding legendary prophecies. If, however, we all are awaiting something because we can't ask the questions, that is our strength. The strength card is like, ask questions. Why? Why did he die right after Vice President Vance, J.D. Vance? Why does he have bruises on his face? Why didn't you clear it up? Why? Why? Let's have answers. All right? So, those are the questions we have to ask. Is it? What was it? Was his time up? Is that why he was quieted? It's a very suspicious and thought-provoking end. And we won't find out unless we ask questions. And we feel it in ourselves. You don't get a bruise on the side of your face that look like you've been hit with a baseball bat from a stroke and a heart attack. Cell tissue doesn't disintegrate. One side of the face gets no oxygen, the other side does. No, it's complicated, isn't it? It's complicated. It's just, do you believe it or not? And is this message the Nine of Wands? The Nine of Wands, do we want this filthy things to come through, to come past? Do we want these weird prophecies to come? We're in transition, which is why we have the Strength card. This is a battle for those who just don't want to use their brains. And there's many of us who don't want to use their brains. Well, use your heart. Use your energies, your vibration. Get alive before you're not alive. Some agenda is being played out. And remember, you have to go along with it for it to be played out. I advise you, don't do it. Don't do what the Spirit says. Keep up that strength of yours. Resist. Resist the stories. Resist the stories. Some stories seem like circus if they don't have any circus. But you don't have to cheer. You don't have to be part of the peanut gallery. Right? We don't. So until the next time, I'm going to leave you with this message. There's lots of things happening in this world right now that don't seem right. And there's lots of distractions, mindless distractions, that are here just to keep you occupied so you won't use your gray matter, your brain, your heart. You won't use your psychic energy. Use it. The answer is floating. The answer is here. Something very, very strange about it. Ask questions. You might just get an answer. Now it seems right now something is staged. Something is being played. We have to watch the end act, do we? Hello, Arch. I could, but I only do private readings for donation. When I do a global, a mass like this reading, I do it for a collective reading. And I also want to see if you and others think about the strangeness of this and what do you think. So your comments are most welcome. And it's just a very strange thing. For personal readings, I do by donation. And you could use Cash App or buy me a coffee, whatever. Or you can email me many ways. But this is not a monetized channel. I do a lot of things. Many things just on the spirit of it because things are so damn strange. They really are. Well, there's many lives to watch, but I don't do personal without donation. And besides, what do you think about the Pope's demise? That bruise on the side of his face. Isn't it strange? I mean, I know people who have heart attacks and strokes, I mean, they can't speak, but do they get facial marks as big as that? No, they don't. Yeah. So that's the thing we have to ask. How come Pope Francis, and I'm just asking a question because he was on the world stage. A lot of things he said, I mean, I don't really follow him per se, but I did follow the last few moments, the last 24 hours. And I do think that's rather strange. A lot of things, a lot of assassinations happening, a lot of things. Like, I don't know anything, but the spirits say something is strange. And they wanted us to see the bruise on the side of his face. They did. And we see it. And now we're asking why. Why does he have that on his face? Well, I'm going to sign out, ponder this, think about it. It's very strange, isn't it? Very strange. Mystic Moons is feeling an alarm occurrence. And then, of course, with the blackouts, so many things happening. So many strange things. And the cry for wars, the violence amongst civilians all over the world. Huh? Oh, somebody did something. Oh, that was someone far away. That's a friend on the other side of the world.
What?
That's a friend on the other side of the world. All right, I'm going to sign off. Be good. Be very good. Get your vagus nervous system together. That's the brain, the heart, and the stomach. Exercise it. It will save you in the long run.